Welcome back. The New York Times is recommending the Biden administration appoint a reality czar to deal with disinformation on the internet.
Fox News contributor and media opinion columnist for The Hill, Joe Concha, here to share his thoughts. Joe, what could go wrong?
Oh, I can think of some things, right? For starters, half the country probably is going to buy some faceless person. Maybe actually they'll have a face, but some unelected person being named truth czar for the whole country. 75 million people that voted for Donald Trump would be like, oh, wait a minute. This is the Biden administration, right? Because I'm old enough to remember the Biden campaign when they said the Hunter Biden story, including Joe Biden himself, was born of Russian disinformation. Then it turns out, after the election, of course, it was revealed that there was an investigation, or at least one that's ongoing, an FBI investigation into Hunter Biden, and there was nothing to do with the Russians. So, yeah, I don't think we want to go down that road in terms of government determining what is truth or what is not, unless we want to be the United States of Orwell.
Or I was going to say, to play devil's advocate, would there be a way to do it where it would be in a bipartisan manner? And do you think then it would be something worthwhile pursuing, or still no?
I wonder, Jillian, if we could ever get to bipartisan manner again, right? Here we have COVID raging. We have a problem that hasn't been solved now with the next package in terms of relief for small businesses, for people that are hurting because the two parties can't come together. I think there's something like, what, a $1.3 trillion gap between the two proposals. And that should be something that should be pretty easy to agree on. So, yeah, I don't see how we get to bipartisan where anybody would be happy with government dictating what is truth and what is not. That's not who we are, Jillian.
I had wishful thinking there.
Rest assured, Joe, according to the quote there.
I like your optimism.
The reality czar will, quote, meet regularly with tech platforms. So that should calm everybody. You wanted to take the fashion one, right?
Yeah. OK, so look, I mean, President Biden and First Lady Biden getting glowing People magazine cover. You can take a look at it here. Beautiful photo, you know, nothing against it. But a lot of people are asking, you know, where was President Trump's and Melania's front page feature? We spent a lot of time talking about this over the last 4 years, that they just weren't getting that same recognition on covers of magazines that others get.
Well, I went to the Google machine, Jillian, and I found this story from November of 2016. That was right after Donald Trump was elected. And this story says, People magazine has the former reality star on its cover with the headline, President Trump, His Life, His Family, and the Astonishing Journey to the White House. It then goes on to talk about all of these boycotts that were being threatened of people just for putting a guy who was just elected president on the cover. So then people said, well, we can't have that. If the Internet's mad at us for putting Donald Trump on the cover, God forbid we ever do something on the First Family. So they avoided that because of, the mob on social media threatening not to buy products when those boycotts usually don't come to fruition anyway, right? It looks good on paper, and oh my God, this has 10,000 likes, but in the end, it doesn't affect anything. So they were thinking business first, and probably ideology second. It's early in the morning. I don't know how you guys talk about it.
It is early, I know.
And it's not like Melania was a fashion model or anything. Meantime, Joe, there's no media day at the Super Bowl this year, but the media somehow found a way to cause some trouble. Enter USA Today, opinion column, quote, Tom Brady has gotten an undeserved pass for his past support of Donald Trump. Let me read a quote from it. How mighty white of him. Brady's ability to enter and exit the debate at his choosing to shield himself from accountability is the height of white privilege as this country grapples with the far reaches of systemic racism. Look no further than Tom Brady, for whom the expectations and allowances granted will always be different. Joe, what is USA Today trying to tell the 74 million people who voted for Donald Trump?
Oh, they want Brady held accountable. How do you do that exactly? Do you say, all right, Super Bowl Sunday, you don't get to have an offensive line, and then the Chiefs' defensive line could beat the crap out of you for four quarters? Is that accountability? Like, how do you hold somebody accountable for, as you said, doing what 74 million people did, including Tiger Woods, I believe, also is supportive of Donald Trump and was supportive of him, or the great Jack Nicklaus, or Mike Tyson. Should we take away his heavyweight title from 30 years ago? Or Herschel Walker, let's take away his Heisman Trophy? Or Dana White, should he be kicked off the UFC as president? Like, held accountable. He was part of 75 million people. It's so typical that we always work politics into the escapism of sports, and Tom Brady has been nothing but class. And by the way, 10 Super Bowls, 10. He's only lost once, by the way, in a white uniform, guys, by the way, and that was to Jillian Mealy's Philadelphia Eagles just a couple of years ago.
Who did he lose to in the blue uniforms twice?
I believe his name was Eli Manning, my former neighbor in Hoboken, New Jersey, who had a lovely dog that my dog walked with as well.
Oh.
So two class acts, Eli and
roots for
Tom.
the Giants? Who roots for the Giants among this panel? This guy.
Let's see. Is Shimkus there? No.
All right, Joe,
Right,
you're
of course.
done. You got your cast off. Go do some shoveling.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
And when you get your glowing magazine cover, we'll be sure to highlight it.
I was on Drunk Girls Magazine once, but that was a long time ago. All right, that's a Billy Madison reference. Only Todd gets it. Thank you.
My
Thanks,
favorite,
Joe.
my favorite issue of that mag.